Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a university in our region teams up with health organizations to bring COVID testing to students and staff. And some below freezing temperatures here in our region cause Kentucky transportation officials to prepare for more wintry weather.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 4:59 on Monday, it is January already, the 10th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon on a cold morning.
Yes, ma'am. It is a cold morning out there. We're going to continue to watch that for a little while, and some icy spots out there this morning. Chas, did you hit any on your way to work this morning?
I did see a few.
Exactly. So be careful of that. So it's going to be like that anywhere you had some ponding water overnight. The good news is the moisture is gone this morning. We take a look at the satellite radar loop for the last few hours, and you'll see those clouds even starting to move out. So some clear skies around this morning. So just be aware of that. Temperatures are down into the 20s, no 30s left this morning, and even 20 in Irvin, 19 in Lexington, 24 Pikeville, 26 in Harlan, 28 in Middlesboro. I believe may be our warm spot this morning. They're tied with Jacksboro, who's also at 28. That's a big difference from this time yesterday. We're seeing temperatures anywhere between about 14 and 20, almost 30 degrees colder across our region this morning than they were this time yesterday. So grab your extra coffee this morning. Of course, it's a Monday, but you'll also need a little bit more because it's a cold Monday morning, and just be careful. That's the best advice I can give you this morning. Slick spots will be out there, but temperatures will climb above freezing today. So that's some good news for us as we get deeper into that forecast with those sunny skies. Jess?
Thank you, Brandon. Well, with the Omicron variant becoming more prominent and students returning back to the classroom following winter break, Kentucky universities are taking extra precautions to keep students, faculty, and staff safe. WYMT's Alyssa Williams spoke to healthcare professionals in Pike County about the University of Pikeville's recent safety effort.
Following the return of students from their winter breaks, the University of Pikeville is keeping the health of students, faculty, and staff in mind.
It's certainly going to have a big impact for the community and for the University of Pikeville.
The University of Pikeville has partnered with Wild Health and the Pike County Health Department to offer free COVID-19 testing for students, staff, and community members.
With the Omicron variant concerns, the return of the university students, as well as recent holiday gatherings. Public health had determined that it was quite possible an increase, maybe a temporary, but an increase in testing availability would be needed for the community.
Public Health Director at the Pike County Health Department, Tammy Riley, says COVID testing is just one of multiple safety precautions students should take as they return to classes.
First and foremost, I'm going to say get vaccinated. That is the best tool that we have in our toolbox to fight this virus.
Riley adds that masking up when social distancing can't be maintained and ensuring classes are well ventilated are some other great ways to combat COVID.
I know it's very cold out, but if you can crack a window, keep the fans moving, wash your hands frequently, and then, of course, if you're sick, stay home. Stay in your dorm room, stay home, stay in your apartment.
Helping to keep students, faculty, and staff safe during the return to campus. In Pikeville, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
UPike's free COVID-19 testing event will continue today through Thursday from 1 to 6 at the UPike Fitness Center in downtown Pikeville. New redistricting plans have been introduced by Republican leadership in Kentucky's House and Senate. The maps drawn up determine who represents different groups of voters. Lawmakers argued over the redrawn maps created by Republican lawmakers. Those against the newly proposed legislative districts say they split the urban core of certain communities, and certain counties were divided unnecessarily, while House Speaker David Osborne pushed back on those claims.
Understand that input was sought. Understand that, yes, this is a difficult process, the most difficult process that we have gone through as a legislature. Nobody wants to lose the people that they've represented, but the law requires it.
The redistricting bill now heads to Governor Beshear. Lawmakers also approved a bill that would change boundaries for the state Supreme Court. The General Assembly meets again today. The governor is warning Kentuckians that an advance of frigid weather will create further hazardous driving conditions today. KYTC officials warn those whiplash temperatures combined with rain can cause slopes along roadways to become unstable, and rock slides are the result. The KYTC recommends winterizing your vehicle, making sure your heater, defroster, headlights, and windshield wipers are working properly, and maintain safe distances from other drivers. As temperatures dip well below freezing, the risk for flash freezing across the region is increased. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says all hands are on deck for conditions to be similar, if not worse, than the snowstorm this week. KYTC recommends, if you can, stay home this morning and stay off the roads.
We will have crews and contractors reporting later today. We're going to fill all of our trucks with salt. Make sure we have chainsaws ready, because with heavy ice, that usually leads to limbs breaking and falling into roadways.
KYTC crews say they are preparing for everything, including falling tree limbs and black ice. The recent series of severe weather has left some first responders in Union City feeling fatigued. Less than a week after the region was hit by an EF1 tornado came 9 inches of snow. And now the threat of flooding. Marty Sewell is with the Union City Fire Department.
Yeah, there was a huge pine tree across the street there at the church. It's been there since I can remember, and it got taken out with the tornado.
Homeowners in the city were still recovering from the previous storm when the snow came through. Now the threat of flooding is not making things any easier for recovery. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, the governor of West Virginia wants extra COVID boosters for certain people in his state. We'll have those details on the way.
And the forecast continues to stay cold this morning. That could mean some icy spots on those roads. I'll have the latest for you in about 3 minutes.